Welcome back to another auction house update guide, and today update 33 has just been announced in Forza Horizon 4, and we've got brand new cars arriving next week and also some old faces returning. So it is my job to tell you what cars are coming back and what to go sell today for maximum profit. But before we get into today's video, soldiers, give the video a like, otherwise I'll put Forza bumper, Forza wheels, and also the dreaded Forza splitter on this Huracan Performante. Do you want to see this Huracan cry? Now the choice is yours. Anyway, hope you're well, drop a gear, disappear, and I'll see you in there. Yeah. And we have arrived, and to kickstart us off for 50% summer completion next season, making a return, is the Mazda RX-7 1985 plate. Now this thing is currently sitting at a small price of 1.7 to 1.8 million credits. Go and get it sold today to avoid the sudden depreciation which will be incoming on this Mazda. But at number 1, for 50% next season, is the RX-7. Moving on. Bringing us to number 2 on our list for 80% completion in summer making a return is the McLaren 720S Spider. Now this thing is sitting at an appreciated value of 5.055 million. So do as I do, avoid the depreciation and cash in. See you in a week, 720S. Bringing us to our 3rd spot in winter making a return is the Aston Martin 177. Now you can already buy this for a stock price of 1.1 million credits in the auto show, but you can also list it for 986,000, so you never know, somebody might buy it, so get them sold. See you later, Aston Martin. Moving on. Bringing us to our 4th spot on the summer list making a return is the Koenigsegg Regera. Now this thing is sitting at an absolute horrible price of 304,000 credits. You never know, fingers crossed somebody might buy it. But at number 4, the Koenigsegg Regera. Moving on. Now, last in our summer season, a brand new car, the Peugeot 207S. Now this thing is an absolutely rally monster, and my guess is anywhere from 12 to 15 million credits when it becomes available. A very, very good investment opportunity on the brand new Peugeot 207S. And that concludes summer. On to autumn. Bringing us to autumn for 80% completion making a return is the Toyota MR2 GT, the 1995 plate. Now this thing is currently sitting at 2.220 million. Get it sold before it depreciates. But for 80%, the MR2. Moving on. Bringing us to number 2 in autumn making a return is the Ferrari 288 GTO. Now this thing is currently sitting at an absolute poor price of 458,000 credits. Get it sold. Try earn some money on this thing. But anyway, at number 2, the Ferrari 288 GTO. Bringing us number 3 in autumn making a return is the never appreciated M3 GTS is making a comeback. Now this thing is very disappointing, only sitting at 1.217 million, has never ever appreciated past this number. So if you've got a few in your garage, get it sold, because it's going to depreciate down to 700,000 credits in the next following days. So get it sold now for over $1 million. Moving on. Bringing us to number 4 in autumn making a return is the 1992 Supra 2-litre GT. Now this thing is currently sitting at an absolute poor price of 2.254 million. So avoid the depreciation that will be incoming and get it sold today. But at number 4, the 1992 Toyota Supra. Last and most definitely least in the autumn season making a return is the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Now this thing is only sitting at 449,000 credits. Absolute crumbs, but get it sold today before it depreciates down to 200k or even 75k. Anyway, that concludes autumn. Bringing us to winter, and for 50% completion, we've got a brand new car being made available in the game. The Razor TS 2019 plate. Now this thing looks amazing. It looks like a Batmobile. But anyway, apart from that, this most definitely will be a 20 million car when it arrives, so be sure to snipe yourself a few, and mark my words, this will age well. But anyway, for 50% completion in winter, the brand new Razor TS. Next up in the winter season, making a return for 80% completion, is the Ferrari 488 pista. Now, this is good and bad news. Fingers crossed the same thing that happened with the Apollo IE happens here. When it comes back and when it's ripped away again, the price and rarity skyrockets. So fingers crossed the 488 pista finally raises past 2 million credits. But as of today, this thing is currently sitting at 2.210 million. And personally, I'm going to sell half of my stock today because tomorrow it's going to depreciate and depreciate until it be made available later on down in the line. But fingers crossed, we see the same thing that happened with the Apollo IE. It was made available, then it wasn't made available, and because of that, the rarity skyrocketed, and it's now a 10 million credit car. And fingers crossed, this fluctuation in price will kickstart the Ferrari 488 pista being a 6 to 12 to 15 million credit car in the future. But for 80% in winter, it's already sold just like that. The 488 pista. Sell half, keep half. Moving on. Next up in winter making a return is the Pontiac 1973 TA Trans Am. Yeah, absolute beautiful car. Now this thing's sitting at 164,000 credits. Try and get it sold, I guess, but anyway, moving on. Next up in the winter season making a return is the Audi TT RS 2010 edition. Now this thing is sitting at a depreciated value of 334,000 credits and is only going to go down from here. So mitigate that risk and get it sold. But anyway, the TT RS 2010 is making a return. Okay, and last and most definitely least in the winter season making a return is the 2014 Grand Cherokee Jeep making a return. Now this thing is only sitting at 656,000 credits. Get it sold before it depreciates. But anyway, that concludes winter. Making our way to spring. See you there. Bringing us to spring, and for 80% completion and making our way back to Toyota, the Toyota MR2 2C is making a return, the 1989 plate. Now this thing, as of today, is currently sitting at 2.699 million, and this price is surely going to depreciate in the next following days. So get your inventory sold today to mitigate that risk and keep your profits in the green zone. Moving on. Okay, and next up in our spring season making a return is the 11 Ford F-150. An absolute amazing price of 92,000. If you want to get it sold, get it sold, or put it in the bin. You choose. Moving on. Okay, and next up in our spring season making a return is the Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ2 1965 plate. Now this thing's currently sitting at 1.760 million. Get it sold. Bye bye Alfa. Okay, last and most definitely least in spring season, we've got the 5 Turbo Forza edition making a comeback. Now this thing is currently sitting at 131,000 credits. Yeah, I hate this thing with a passion. Just put it in the bin. There's just no point selling it. But with that said, I hope you got a few of these cars sold on today's list, and I hope you stay in that green zone. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It helps me out tremendously. And with that said, soldiers, have a beautiful week, and I'll see you on Tuesday for another daily upload. Peace and love, baby. Yeah.